All right, here we go.
Awesome. Well, thank you everybody for jumping on. I'm excited to be here and talk to you guys about what worked for me in hopes that it can also work for you guys. I'll just start off a little bit about myself so that you have a little background information about me. I am a mommy. I have two little girls, 4 and 1. They are Olivia and Delilah, and they are my Y. And my husband is Patrick, and he is a welder here in Tampa. And we met working at a restaurant. Our lives were going nowhere. That was 6 years ago. We worked in an oyster bar, and we were doing crazy stuff that I just can't even imagine living that lifestyle anymore. And ended up getting pregnant pretty soon into our relationship. I think we were like 8 months being together, and I got pregnant. And so I was like, okay, well, it's time to grow up at this point. I have to stop living that restaurant lifestyle. And I got into cosmetology school, where I had my first daughter, Olivia, and I really just fell into this serious depression. I put on like 45 pounds, and I had always been kind of a smaller petite girl, but after having children, I thought I would bounce right back, and I absolutely did not. I ate like crap. I didn't exercise. I didn't do anything. I would come home from work and throw pajamas on because I hated clothes in general because I felt so uncomfortable in them. And I would just so many things I hid from cameras. Like, I look back and I don't have pictures with my oldest daughter as a child except from, here up. And it makes my heart so sad because I can look now, and me and Delilah have so many pictures together, and it's just crazy to like look back and see where I was in my life. And so I was so depressed. I was jealous of every single girl who worked in the cosmetology salon with me because they would get the walk-ins and all the guys would want to sit with them or not. I would just get shafted a lot is how I felt. And maybe it was all in my head because I had a terrible mindset at that point because I had no confidence, and I just really was in a serious slump. And so actually, I was getting married January 1st of 2014. And so I was like, shit, I'm sorry, there's babies on here too. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to put pictures up of myself in a wedding dress. I can't hide anymore. I would wear baggy clothes. I would always have my hair and my makeup done. I was Cosmo, so I knew the tips and tricks. I could kind of hide, and I could at least wear nice clothes and do my hair pretty to at least feel a little all right with myself. And so I was like, all right, I got to do something. I'm going to have to put these pictures up on Facebook. There's no more hiding. So it was December 4th. I'll never forget it. So like 27 days before my wedding, I got a burnt copy of Turbo Fire, and I was working out every single day. I had 1,200 in calories. I stayed underneath that bracket for every single day. I was dedicated, and I lost 15 pounds. I felt gorgeous on my wedding day. No, I wasn't where I wanted to be, but I felt amazing. I felt beautiful, and I did not care about those photos going up because I just know how hard I had worked and how great that I felt. So after that, I ended up getting pregnant again because I lost all the weight and I got pregnant again. And then I was 33 weeks pregnant working in the salon. My husband moved us down to Tampa to do work down here. And the plan was to go back to cosmetology school after Delilah was born, go back to the salon and work there and build a clientele. And I started following my coach around the same time, and I saw that there was a way for you to stay home with your children, make more money than you could ever make as a salon stylist, and live your dreams. And I enjoyed working out at this point. I kept tossing around the idea of getting, group certified to teach like on the side of doing hair and all this stuff. And like, I finally found like my solution. Like, I can stay home with my kids and I can make a living working from home. And so I decided to sign up as a discount coach kind of in the beginning and to just feel it out. And that was April. I started really working the business, like she said, in August of 2015. And I hit Success Club August, September, and October. And then November, December, the 2 hardest months of the year hit. And I didn't ever stop posting, but I stopped messaging. And I didn't really care because I just didn't even really get what coaching was at this point. And then when I got those paychecks for November and December, having done nothing, I was like, wow, what if I was doing something, right? So I was like, I didn't do anything and I still got paid for it, like a pretty decent amount, which was crazy to me. And so I decided to go all in January. I hit Success Club 20 that month. And yes, it was January, so that was pretty helpful. People have Christmas money. People are ready to start losing weight. And I saw my name on the leaderboard and something just lit inside me. And I went full force and then went diamond in February. And so yeah, I went diamond, and that was pretty much it. That was my story. I hope you enjoyed it. Now I'm just going to give you 5 tips of how I went diamond and how I grew my business. And the first one is to do what successful coaches are doing, right? I mean, that's really what we're trying to do, is emulate other coaches who are successful in this business. And so that means showing up to social media every single day. Good days and bad days, you have to show up. It doesn't matter if you're sick or you are crazy busy. Like, you can always find a couple minutes throughout your day to get up some posts to make sure that your following knows that you're still there, because the minute you fall off, they're waiting for you to fall off. They're waiting to see you stop posting so that they can go somewhere else, to somebody who is staying consistent, that they feel like is going to be there for them and help them through their journey. So you've got to show up every single day. You need to be leading team calls. I understand, like, I don't know where you guys are in your business, but from the moment I decided that I was going to be a top coach, I started doing team calls. And for a few months, it was me and my husband sitting on the other side of that computer. And we were on different screens too. And I made him sit there. And even though he was playing his Xbox or whatever, I was learning, because I don't mess around with team calls. I'm not the type of coach that is going to say, okay, we have a live Q&A today. What do you guys want to talk about? What's going on? Like, that's just not my style. I bring to the team calls valuable information for you to grow your business. And take and learn, and in the process, I'm probably learning. Even if I don't even know what this topic has to, if I don't know what it is, I'm still going to research it. I'm going to find make a presentation, maybe some slides, and I'm going to teach it to my team. And they're going to take it and they're going to roll with it. So if you're not doing team calls yet because you don't have any coaches, that's an excuse. You need to start doing team calls yesterday, because that's what top coaches are doing. They are leading team calls and they're getting on team calls. And it's awesome that all of you guys are here, because that shows serious commitment. And it is kind of like, not annoying, because we love what we do, but it's like, okay, I have a team call Monday night, I have a team call Tuesday night, and I have a team call on Wednesday night. And then if there's a leader call on Thursday, like, I get on a ton of team calls, but it is because I want my coaches to see me being a leader and showing up to things that are important, and that if I want my team to do, they need to see me doing as well. So just showing up on team calls and engaging in your team page for me is huge. I am constantly, it does not matter who it is in the team page, if there is a coach welcomed, I like it and I welcome them into our team and make them feel special and happy. And I just want everybody to see that, you know, we are what we say we are. We're a community of support and friendship and love. And so when people are welcomed, I say, hey, I can't wait to get to know you. So excited to see you in here, or whatever. Anytime a coach puts something in there, if it's a motivational video, I say, oh my gosh, thank you so much for sharing. Like, I love this. Whatever it is, it's just building relationships with your team, and your downline is going to see that, and then you're going to have a team full of active participants in your team page. So if you're leading by example, your coaches are going to follow suit. So being active and engaging in your team pages is huge. Making Success Club non-negotiable is like one of the biggest things, because obviously that's how you're building your business. If you're not hitting Success Club, your business is probably not growing. So you have to not only tell your coaches how important Success Club is, but you have to be hitting Success Club. And again, that goes back to leading by example. I see so many coaches get in this vicious cycle of coasting through the beginning of the month, and then those last 10 days, 12 days, oh my gosh, I have to hit Success Club. And then they're like struggling and freaking out and stressing, and you're taking the joy out of coaching is what you're doing when you're doing that. And then it becomes a vicious cycle, because now you've hit Success Club maybe, or maybe you didn't, but now you feel like you can coast through those first 2 weeks again of the month. And then it just keeps cycling like that. But if you're smart, you are consistently messaging every single day. You're consistently showing up to Facebook, and you're going to hustle hard in the beginning of the month. And then towards the end of the month, you can start focusing on team trainings or whatever. Once you've already hit Success Club and however many business centers you're working, it has to be a priority, and it has to be non-negotiable. You have to decide that you are not going to miss Success Club, because it is that important. Not only are you changing lives, but you're growing your business, therefore changing your own life, because we all know what this business can do for us. And you just have to be hitting Success Club. Like, I pound that in, because it's just so important. And I'm sure with Miss Amazing Success Club person over here, I'm sure all of you guys are doing great in the Success Club department. So my next point that successful coaches do would just to be coachable. If your upline is telling you something that you need to do, I would recommend doing it, because especially if they're working the business, so they're telling you that because it works. So just be coachable and take criticism as constructive and as people are trying to help you, and don't get butthurt. You got to have tough skin. There are going to be ups and downs in this business, but we're all a team and we're growing together. And just be coachable, because that is going to be so helpful to you as you are learning the ropes and moving your business forward. So the next one is going live. I added this one recently because I'm a huge fan of going live. It can be scary. I like to, I started out, I would block the little number on the top that shows you how many people are watching, because it is kind of scary. It's like, oh my goodness, they're getting off. Am I sucking at what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So just don't look at it. Pretend like you're talking to yourself. Okay. Going live is huge, because it's going to put so many more eyes on you, and Facebook loves live. They're favoring that. So they're going to show all of your posts to so many more people the more you're going live. So try to get comfortable with going live. And if you're not going live, I would definitely at least be recording videos and putting them up, because it's so important for your people to see your face, hear your words, and see your smile and all that good stuff. So they need to see you. So be doing videos and going live. Also, go to Super Saturday and go to Summit. These are huge. Going to events. Top coaches are going to events. And again, that goes down to your downline. If you're not going to Super Saturday, why would they think it's important to go to Super Saturday? They're so inspiring. First of all, you get to hear all these amazing success stories from people who started homeless, some of them, and have worked their way up to 7 figures, or someone who was so obese and on their deathbed and have lost all this weight and have just changed their life financially, physically, mentally, all of it. So you get so inspired by these live events, and just the energy that is brought with it is just so contagious, and you have a great time, and it's really part of your business, and it's a write-off. I mean, your tickets are write-off, your gas, your mileage, all of it, anything you spend. So definitely be attending live events. And you've heard several times, successful coaches are posting 3 to 5 times a day. So I would definitely not be afraid to be yourself. Be unapologetically you. Because if somebody doesn't like your post, they're not your tribe. And you're out there looking for your mini yous, or people that you would want to hang out with. If someone's going to be mean or make a mean comment about your fitness and nutrition post while you're out there being positive and helpful, then you know what? That shows more of who they are than who you are. So just try not to let those type of things bother you or get you down, and just keep doing your thing and keep shining, because there are people out there watching you, even if they're not messaging you, and they love what you're doing. I can promise you that. If you are out there sharing positivity and just showing people that there is a better way to life, they will come around, or they'll send that message, or they're waiting for your message. So when you post, try to think about, okay, am I being me? Or am I following too many top coaches, right? I had to stop following top coaches because I've got in that comparison game, and it just got to where I was trying to do things that they were doing. And you could literally copy and paste something that another coach wrote, a top coach that got 500,000 likes on it, and you could write something similar and get 2. You know what I mean? So try not to, look to so many other people for your posts. Use them as inspiration, but just be you. Don't be scared to be you because you're awesome. Also, make sure you're posting with value. You don't want to just throw up a picture with your shake and superfoods today or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, try to share some value. Make sure you're asking yourself, what value am I putting out in this post? Okay. Like, this superfood shake saves me time. It gives me energy, whatever. You guys know the drill. Just make sure you're not just throwing up posts that are just word vomiting at people, because that's not helping anybody and it doesn't make you look very professional either. So, people sign up because of you, right? They want to buy you. They're buying the support and the accountability groups because they could get fitness and nutrition really anywhere else. Amazon, Blue Apron is delivering healthy meals to people. The gyms, you've got all these different things, but what they're lacking is support and accountability, and that's where we come in. And that's why people purchase challenge packs. It's because they need you. They fell in love with your story and they fell in love with who you are and what you're doing. And now they want you to help them get results. So make sure, that you're really staying true to who you are and attracting the people that you want to attract and finding your tribe that way. So remember, when you're posting, to ask yourself, like, when you started, what made you join? What was it that was that thing that made you join? Was it, because like when I post, I'll think to myself, okay, talk to me. I joined because I was overweight. I was depressed. I hated cameras. I hated mirrors. I cried in dressing rooms. I never went to the beach, and I love the beach. And so I'm posting, I'm talking to me 3 years ago. I'm always talking to me 3 years ago, like me before Beachbody. So think about that. Like, what drew you to coaching and what drew you to joining, and then talk to that person, talk at that person. Okay, so my second tip is the 4 vital behaviors. And I talk about these on just about every single team call that I have, because they are that important, they're that vital, and you need to hear them every single day. And you need to sleep them, dream them, talk them in your sleep. You know what I mean? Bleed Beachbody blue, right? Isn't that what Robbie says? I love that. Okay, so your 4 vital behaviors, you're going to hear them over and over, but the top coaches, they're doing them. So that means being proof the product works. PPDS is what we like to say, press, play, drink, Shakeology. So you're doing that. You're being proof that the product works. You're inviting like crazy. Talk to everyone, everywhere you go. Wear logos. I literally wore a Shakeology hat to the park a few months back and met a mom, and she joined my team that night. So if you're just wearing your shirts, that's easy, or hats or whatever, that's easy way for you to bring up conversation or for someone to ask you what that is. So be wearing the logos. I also got business cards. I will leave them places when I go. I've heard yes and no for the business cards, but to me, I like to have something that I can hand somebody if they ask for it, and not just be like, oh, where's a piece of gum wrapper, and like write my number down on it. So just talk to everybody when you're in and do your invitings. Everyone on here knows about P3s, right? Everyone does P3s. Okay, so just make sure you're doing your P3s because it's so huge. And then personal development. I always tell my people, like, think about how much easier it is to handle objections or handle hard messages that you have to take, or just even life problems in general, if you have been doing your personal development. If you have listened to 15 or 20 minutes of audio that's powerful, that is putting positivity into your head and inspiring you to be the best you that you can be, and then you get like some struggle in life hits you, like, I can guarantee you it's going to be that much easier to handle than it would have been if you had just woke up and got hit with some bad news. You know, it's really easy to get into your head. So make sure you're doing the personal development, because to me, that should be the #1 vital, because I feel like so many coaches would fall off so much faster if they're not doing personal development. So, and then the last one is recognition. So you're shouting people out all the time, giving people love, making them feel special, sending rank advancement gifts and stuff like that. I even like to ask my coaches to lead in our team page sometimes, and I'll ask them, you know, will you go live in the team page, and just letting them show leadership. So I like to do that as part of recognition. And then I wanted to kind of compare the 4 vital behaviors and talking about them all the time to like when I was in cosmetology and I worked at the salon, they would constantly all the time pre-booking, pre-booking, pre-booking. Make sure you're pre-booking, everyone. But it's the truth. It's what's going to grow your business, and the 4 vital behaviors are what's going to grow your business. So just make sure you're sticking to the vitals because they're super important. Tip number 3 is to just don't overthink it. We always overcomplicate things. It's just human nature to be complicated, right? So I like to tell my coaches that action cures fears, and postponement and hesitation will nurture that. So that just means that, like, if you're sitting there worrying about sending a message or an invite to somebody and you're just sitting there like, what is she going to think of me? What if she, you know, doesn't talk to me? What if she blocks me? Like whatever you're saying to yourself in your head, by sitting there and doing it over and over and just thinking about it, you're nurturing that fear instead of just doing it and sending that message and it's over and it's done and you're moving on to your next invite. So don't sit there and overthink anything. Just do it. This is our job, to invite people. And honestly, it's an amazing job because what we're sitting on is a gift, guys. It is amazing. We get to help people turn their entire life around. And so if you feel salesy or whatever, like, you shouldn't, because if you believe in Shakeology and you believe in these programs, you're simply sharing what has worked for you with other people so that they can change their life too. So it's really that simple. So don't overthink it. It's as simple as hitting Success Club every month and teaching your team to do it too. Tell them about the Success Starters. I'm sure all of you guys know about that, where you hit Success Club in the first 3 months and you get your ticket paid for. That's huge, especially to somebody who's living paycheck to paycheck and would love to go to Summit, but they just don't even know where to come up with $250 for a ticket. Had they known that if they had hit Success Club the first 3 months, they probably would have. Like, I had no idea about the Success Starters, and I didn't start until August. And then I had to pay $240 or whatever dollars for me and my husband to go. So just make sure you're definitely telling your coaches that, because I feel like it's a huge incentive to someone who actually wants to work this business to hustle hard in that beginning, because it's going to save them some money. Let's see. Tip number 4 is run your social media like a sneak peek. I still do sneak peeks. I will do like 3-day what is coaching sneak peeks, where I do kind of like an apprenticeship where we do like an introduction the first day, and then the next 2 days they'll go add friends or connect with other people, and I love those. But here lately, I have been just making sure that I'm running my entire Facebook as if it was a sneak peek. So that means I am being the nicest, most positive person out there always, because people love that and people want that in their life. And then I am sharing what coaches do. I'm sharing how to make an income while making an impact. I am sharing my story and I'm sharing my why. We're always coming up with new fun posts, like the Transformation Tuesday. That is you don't miss that. You always are posting transformations because that's huge, whether it be physical, whether it be financial or mental, whatever it is. None of them are too small to share. Even if you help one person with that post, like, you're still helping someone. So always sharing your transformations. We do the Throwback Thursdays. I like to do a financial post Friday, because you should be sharing how this business is helping your income, even if it's just paying for groceries or paying for your van payment or whatever it is. Nothing is too small, because there is some mini you out there that needs a van payment. Like, they are out there. You just have to find them. So you're sharing all that stuff. You're sharing about personal development, and you're running your entire Facebook like a sneak peek, and you're essentially answering people's questions before they even have them. So I think that is a really fun one that I've been doing recently, and just, it's been working really well for me. So, and then my last tip is to pat yourself on the back, okay? Because life is tough, but every single person on this call is tougher, and you can get through anything that you want to if you have the right mindset. So pat yourself on the back. You're doing a great freaking job. You're on this call tonight. You're here. You care about what is happening, and you're going to be successful in this business if you keep showing up, keep failing forward, and never, ever give up. So kind of talk to yourself. Like this morning, actually it was last night, I was laying in bed and I knew I had the Beachbody call at 10 and I had 2 one-on-ones today plus this call. And I was like sitting there talking to myself. At first I was like worried. I was like, what if I mess up? And I'm like, what am I doing? Stop. Just get those thoughts out of your head and start talking to yourself more like you're going to do amazing on that call. You are going to help people take information that you think is not that important because you've said it several times to your team, but other people have not heard it. You're going to be awesome. You are an amazing coach. You help people every single day. Like just tell yourself, I know it sounds crazy, but I swear visualizing your future and talking to yourself in a positive manner changes everything. Like I love doing it now. I'm actually getting my husband to do it too. So yeah, keep talking to yourself, pat yourself on the back, tell yourself you're an amazing person, tell yourself how great the day is going to be. And I promise you, the universe will respond back to you. Belief is a powerful thing. You just have to believe in it. And if you're still struggling to believe in yourself or you're still struggling to have that confidence, then you should dive into personal development, like seriously, because I know that can help. And I don't know what you guys like to listen to, but Grant Cardone on the 10X rule, he gets me going. He just fires me up so much. Him and Gary Vee. If you guys aren't listening to those, you guys should, I think it's hashtag Ask Gary Vee. That's a great one. And then I like to do it first thing in the morning, personal development, because like I said, it does make your whole day so much easier to handle any type of life problem that comes your way. If you're like waiting till the end of the day and now you've had all these problems hit you, you might not even do it because you're just like, I just want to go to bed and stop thinking about this or whatever. Get up. That should be the first thing you do. And then send some messages out because I bet you're fired up. And then I guess with that being said, I wanted to end this tip call for you guys with one of my favorite personal development quotes, and that is, big ideas and big plans are often easier, certainly no more difficult than small ideas and small plans. So believe big, because the size of your success is determined by the size of your belief.
That's how she ended the call earlier with Robbie. Drop the mic. Awesome, Jennifer. Thank you so much. Gosh, I wrote like 2 pages of notes. So first, I have a couple questions, but I want to open it up to anybody that might have questions. And I know she mentioned Power of Threes. We did a call a couple weeks on that. So if you weren't able to attend that call, it is recorded and on, I think, my YouTube or Jen's YouTube. I can't remember. But it is on there. So if you want to go back.
I made it myself, an amazing little like P3 document, because the one in the back office, first of all, I'm pretty sure it's like missing one of the categories. May it be existing friends or hey girls, I can't remember. So I rewrote it and I sent it to all my new coaches because I actually explained to people exactly what each category is. I give examples of how to do it. So just let me know if you want that and I can totally send it your way.
Awesome. That would be great. Yes. The answer is yes. Okay. Did anybody have questions? I know Brandy had to go. Letty had to get to bed. Anybody else have any questions, comments, feedback, biggest takeaways?
I literally have like passion sweat happening. Do you ever like get that? Like, yes, fired up. We call it passion sweat. We're just
passion sweat. I love that. Every time I end one of these team calls, that's what I'm like. I
just need a fan.
Yeah, I know. I'm the same way. Okay, so if nobody, no hands, no. Okay, so if you change your mind, you can add one later. A couple things. So can you share you said it earlier in the call earlier, and I still didn't write it all down. The action cures fears. Will you say that statement again?
Yes, it's action cures fears, and postponement and hesitation nurture fear or nurture them.
Love it.
Like, that is seriously one of my favorite quotes because it is so true. Just sitting there thinking about it isn't doing you any good except for wasting time and messing your head up.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. I can agree. Okay, so I wanted to get that. I love the business card idea. That's something I don't have and I definitely want. So my question, so I know that Jennifer Yancey and I were in the same scenario where our upline coach didn't tell us about the success starters. And so do you share that information with your discount coaches? So like, for example, a couple people on this call actually were discount coaches with me initially. and then, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, however many months later, decided to be business builders, which obviously we love. But so now, do you go ahead and tell your discount coaches about it too? Like, how do you approach that?
I don't know that I have ever okay, here's the thing. Like I told you earlier, I don't have customers. I literally have like maybe one customer, and then I've got like a crap load of discount coaches, and then like 5 to 10 working coaches.
So let's touch on that real quick, because when she shared this morning, I was like, oh my gosh, this is what I need to be doing with my challenge packs. So she literally converts everyone to a coach right away. She skips the client portion, and they all go straight to a challenge.
And here's the deal, like, yes, as a customer, when you get those repeat Shakeology bags, you're making that $35, but as a coach, you get that $40 sign-up fee, so you get that, and then you get their volume. You get all that volume that they are producing every time that they order Shakeology. So for me, like I said earlier, like, I don't see me losing Diamond. Like, that would be crazy, because I literally am like solid because of all discount coaches. But basically what I say is, once they're in, I'll tell them there's 2 ways to sign up. You can sign up as a customer, or you can sign up as a discount member. As a customer, you're going to pay $140 for your challenge pack today, and then you're going to pay $140 for your shakes every month after that. As a discount member, you're going to pay $140 for your shakes today, and you're going to pay $115 for your shakes every month after that. And then I'll say you can postpone that fee. I'll say you can postpone that shake fee for up to 90 days, or you can cancel at any time. But and then I'll say, but if you plan on sticking with this and drinking your shakes for more than a month, then I would recommend signing up the discount member rate. That way, when you get your second bag, you get it at the cheaper price. And if you start getting great results and your friends start to notice, I can teach you how to drink your shakes for free.
Is there any way you can screenshot that and send
it? Girl. It's in my Evernotes. I send it like literally almost every day. Yeah, for sure. And 9 out of 10, I think I have had one person opt out of it because they asked for social security number. And I always, when people throw that out, I always just say, look, they only ask you that in order to pay you if you ever do decide that this is something that you want to do. Otherwise, it is completely untouched, and you're just getting the discounts on all your products. So,
okay, was that the only thing that I wanted to ask?
So I'm going to send you the customer versus discount, and then I'm going to send you the P3 dog.
Yes.
Okay.
And I did love the last point you had, which was pat yourself on the back. I think I kind of shared a little bit of my heart with you this morning. But in this business, we are so blessed to have this opportunity to passionately share a way to change people's lives. But at the same time, the world is full of haters, and we have to block that out. And it's so true. And I'm so bad at this sometimes. If they're not vibing with you, or they tell you no, or that it's not a reflection of you, it's not a reflection of me as a coach or you as a coach, it's literally, that's not your tribe. And there's nothing wrong with that.
You have to walk with the walkers and run with the runners. And if somebody doesn't want to run, you're not going to pull them. And if they want to quit, then it was like she told me that she did some sort of push group, and she had 2 coaches just quit on her. And God, where was I going with that? She had 2 coaches quit on her, but I was just.
But in that scenario, I was pushing a walker, and that's where.
Right.
Yeah, that's where you're going with that.
Yes. Don't push them. They're not your tribe. Let them go on about their business. Oh, they weren't going to do it anyways. Like, if her putting them in a group that they probably agreed to do and then decided it wasn't for them because of the assignments, then guess what? They were going to quit on their first struggle anyways. You're looking for people who have a why so daggum strong that nothing is going to stop them from making a better life for their family. There was an amazing video that I watched and shared in my page. It was a guy talking, and I actually made a post kind of about about it this morning with my little girl. I don't know if you saw it, but it was just saying, like, if you want to know if this is worth it, if the hard work is worth it, then look at your child in the face. And if you don't think it's worth it, go up to your child or your loved one or whoever and tell them, I had something that could change your life and I didn't do it, and you aren't worth it. Like, right? Like, it like hit home with me, because it's like, yes, we're sitting on a gold mine. Like, you literally, it's just so.
Even from a health perspective, like viewing it that way for your challengers, you know, that mindset, oh man, whew,
Yes.
That makes me have the sweats.
I'm telling you, I need to turn the air on. Is it cold there yet? I am so ready to get there.
Hallelujah,
so
finally.
So
Okay.
I don't even know if I have enough closed.